Hello, Cancers, and welcome to your horoscope for the upcoming month, November 2023. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back and thank you for joining me today. So, here today, I'm going to discuss the main events happening in November, and I'll tell you how they will influence your zodiac sign on a deeper level. And this horoscope is most accurate for the rising sign, also called the ascendant sign. However, you can also watch it for your moon sign or for your sun sign if you wish, just to get a bigger picture. All the horoscopes on my channel are based on Western astrology and tropical zodiac. So let's begin. All right, so we start with Saturn stationing direct in the sign of Pisces at 0 degrees on November the 4th. So I think that even though in November the planets' placements in the signs are generally not the most compatible with that Cancerian energy, but I think I'm quite pleased that we are over the eclipses season by the time November arrives. I'm still recording it in October, but I think that Libra eclipse could have been pretty emotional for Cancers. And because it's square any placements you may have in Cancer, of course, your ascendant probably, but also perhaps your sun or moon or other placements. Myself, I've got the sun. So it's been pretty emotional. And here, when November arrives, these are very different energies. And I'm very pleased to announce that Saturn will be finally in a direct motion at 0 degrees. So here, this is the degree that we also had back in March, beginning of March, at when Saturn entered Pisces. It was at 0 degrees of Pisces. So you might be dealing with a situation, with a story that started during that time, or perhaps that was present, active during the month of March. So here we have a planet changing direction from a retrograde to a direct motion. This usually coincides with something fresh, a change of direction, perhaps a change of idea, a new perspective on life. Finally, there's a forward momentum after months of this retrograde phase. Saturn is a career planet, but it's also connected to structure, to discipline, order. When Saturn is retrograde, it's difficult to achieve goals or desires, but especially those ambitious goals that bring that personal inner satisfaction and life fulfillment. So that's slightly blocked and repressed during Saturn's retrograde motion or phase. And when Saturn stations direct here on the 4th of November, moving forward, it will be easier to reach your goals and desires, especially since Saturn will be now moving in a direct motion in the 9th house, the house connected to freedom, independence, but also this is when our dreams can actually become a reality here. Pisces is connected to all that watery energy, fantasy, and creativity. Saturn is about structure, reality. So it's like a reality check here, but at the same time, it's about seeing things through their real or true colors. And overall here, what it is about seeing more progress or finally being able to move forward with any legal cases, visa, passport applications. This is also about the forward momentum happening in your college, at your university, perhaps anything to do with careers connected to legal, to law, to coaching, to teaching, sharing your knowledge, wisdom here. But also, if you've been wanting to embark on a new journey, perhaps move abroad, get a visa for a specific country, or perhaps even work abroad. Here, that Piscean energy is connected to watery places close to water. So this could be Portugal. This could be, for example, northern Egypt, Alexandria. This could be some places close to water in France, Sicily as well, Germany, or Compostela in Spain. So these are a few locations that are specifically linked to Pisces, and perhaps you'll be starting a new job or an apprenticeship, or perhaps you're thinking about moving to these locations. And here with Saturn being in the Pisces in your ninth house, this could be there could be a possibility, an opportunity. Now, perhaps you will be learning a language that is connected to one of these countries as well. So lots of different possibilities, ideas, but here it's very much connected here, this transit to getting you closer to your life purpose, your life mission, and for generally for standing your ground, for grounding yourself, and for reaching those long-lasting goals, to committing to this long-lasting idea connected to opening your horizons, spreading your wings as well. Right. So here now on the 8th, we've got Venus moving into Libra. That's your 4th house. So you had lots of Libra energy throughout September, perhaps lots of dynamic energy, hopefully not too many arguments at home. And then we had the eclipses season. And now Venus in Libra. Venus in Libra feels fantastic. This is the ruler of Libra. And with Venus in the 4th house, this could see you hosting social events, having perhaps there's a lot of feminine energy that comes into play here with Venus in Libra transit. So perhaps, as I said, hosting family events or even having friends around. But this is like very social energy. And here, usually when I have Venus on my moon, and I had it quite a few times this year because Venus was in Leo and my moon is in Leo, that was such a social time and sociable time, and it was very pleasant. So here in the 4th house, you could be hosting events at your home, having people around, but this could be also about that need to beautifying your home. Perhaps you'll be receiving furniture that finally will arrive throughout this transit, something you've been waiting for quite some time. Or perhaps you could be beautifying your bedroom, the upper rooms at your home, or perhaps very airy places, so the conservatory, for example. So it's all about bringing a beauty, harmony, and balance into your home and domestic life. And at the same time, we've got Mercury moving into Sagittarius on the 10th. And here, Sagittarius in your 6th house will be very, very emphasized this month, because we are going to have Mercury here. Sun and Mars will join the party as well. Mercury in Sagittarius is in its detriment, so not the most comfortable placement for Mercury, but here Mercury will prompt you to become more of a perfectionist in your daily life, to reorganize your daily life, fix things that need fixing, perhaps at your home, because it's a house of service. So perhaps you'll be fixing your washing machine or hanging some paintings at your home. But this is also about taking a better care of your health, of your well-being. So if you've been experiencing, because you might be experiencing overall pain in your hips or in your thighs, buttocks is also ruled by Sagittarius. So if you experienced any issues in these areas of your body, or if you will be throughout the month of November and the beginning of December, perhaps your body is trying to tell you something. There's a message, and you could be also exploring any topics concerning these parts of the body. Could be the case, doesn't have to be for everyone, but here, this is also about becoming more analytical, dealing with analytical tasks, traveling for work as well, perhaps to a different county, city, town. Now, here with Mercury in the 6th house, this could also see you interviewing people for your organization, for your company. And Mercury will be out of bounds from the 15th of November until the middle of December. This is about thinking out of the box very much, because Mercury rules over your 3rd house and the 12th house as well. This is about thinking out of the box. This is about having these amazing, innovative ideas, perhaps a different approach to your diet, to your health, to your everyday routine. Perhaps you want to do things differently. Perhaps you have this need for lifestyle changes as well, even little ones that could really improve your life. Simplify. It's about simplifying your life as well. Right. So on the 13th, we've got a new moon in Scorpio. And a new moon is about new beginnings, so new cycle, brand new cycle. Could be a month of like a month cycle, a monthly cycle, or perhaps this could be a much larger story that begins around this time, which could last around 2 years and 7 months if we look at the gestation cycle. So it will depend on your circumstances. It will depend if you have any placements at around 20 degrees of Cancer, because this is where this new moon will be happening, taking place. And sorry, not Cancer, Scorpio taking place. I said Cancer because actually the 20th degree of Scorpio is ruled by Cancer. So that's why I said Cancer, but it's a new moon is in Scorpio at 20 degrees. And here Scorpio is also a water sign. It connects by a trine with Cancer energy. So a new moon, so this could be about a new hobby, a new interest, a new project, a new business idea, perhaps some new beginnings concerning your children. They are starting perhaps a new club, a new activity, for example. Perhaps they have been recognized for some achievements, and this could bring a lot of satisfaction at home and generally some good energy overall. We've got an opposition to Uranus in Taurus, and this is also about perhaps someone or something surprising you with some news, or perhaps you having this strong need to get yourself out there, perhaps to release an idea that has been brewing in your mind for quite some time. So this is definitely the case, that an inner need for expressing yourself in a creative sense is also very much emphasized throughout this time, especially since this new moon will connect with Mars pretty tightly. And also around this time, we are going to have a Mars-Cazimi conjunction, not entirely around this time. Let me just double check the dates when this will be happening. Yes, this will be happening around, yes, the 18th. So a few days after this new moon is exact. But it's approaching. So we are approaching that new cycle between the Sun and Mars. So this actually, I think this is significant because this could definitely indicate some fresh and new beginnings, something that perhaps could bring more spark into your life, something that perhaps will help you to feel more content in your life. I think you might need this passion if you don't have one. This is also about finding that that's something that will help you to bring more joy into your life, apart from perhaps home responsibilities and family and career. You might have this need for finding that something that will help you to generally realign yourself with your identity even. Now, we will explore this new one further closer to the day. Moving forward on the 22nd, 24th, the Sun will move into Sagittarius and then Mars. And here again, the topics of health, wellness, work, employment, service, your skills as well, the skills that you use to provide service to other people. If you work in a service industry, if you use your skills to help others, healing even, or perhaps plumbing, if you have your own business that helps others in some way with your skills. Perhaps during this time, you will have a need to improve some of your skills or expand your skills even. This could be very much also the case about moving forward with some ideas, goals that could help you to improve your or expand your skills. Now with, so with Mars here, this is when things will generally speed up. Mars in the 6th feels really good, but usually this means that life is very busy, very active. There's a lot happening. So this is also about being conscious of the time that you dedicate for work, but also the time that you dedicate towards that the well-being in your life. So don't forget to look after yourself, because you might be so busy with your life activities, daily activities, work, family, that you will forget about yourself. And then the day will come in a month, throughout the month, when you will feel like, I had enough, I'm drained, I need to recharge myself. And that could be a little, a couple of days of a little crisis. So in order to avoid it, find some time for yourself when you can to recharge yourself. Right. And then finally, the final event is the full moon in Gemini happening on the 27th at 4 degrees. An early degree of lunation indicates that there could be something fresh or still unclear, unexplored at this point. So perhaps you have to wait a few days to gain a full understanding of what is it that you're dealing with, working with, for example, throughout this time. So a full moon in Gemini, so here it's a dual sign, and you could be in two minds as well, having to decide between two different scenarios, two different paths. And the 12th house deals with our subconscious mind, hidden matters, but I think it's very much also connected to our private life, but mental health. Mental health is very much here emphasized, and a full moon could make you more aware, perhaps either, well, in the days following this full moon, about some issues that you've been experiencing in your mental health. Perhaps you're finding new ways here. Remember, at this point, Mercury, the ruler of this full moon, is still out of bounds. So you're finding new ways to deal with the issues you've been experiencing, whether this is insomnia, whether this is anxiety, worry, depression. Perhaps you've recently overcome a mental, not a mental, a nervous breakdown or emotional breakdown as a result of everything that has been happening in your life. So this full moon gives you this opportunity for slowing down and for looking deeper within yourself, within your psyche. We've got a square to Saturn as well. So there is a little bit of some challenge, uncomfortable energy that will have to be overcome. Or perhaps you will say to yourself, enough is enough. I need to face this challenge. I need to face this issue. Right, Cancers, I'm not going to perhaps overwhelm you too much with information for now. We'll explore this more in the days, weeks to come. Thank you very much. I wish you a pleasant month. And until the next time, thank you and bye for now.